Hey, isn't that him? Wow, he's really handsome. Is he filming right now? Oh, there he is. Your classmate was obsessed with a drug dealer. Not only did she rely on him for living expenses, but he even wrote her love letters. But the drug dealer didn't care about money. What he truly wanted was a love that should have died. In reality, he was the second-ranking secret agent in the universe. His mission? To track down the #1 agent, who had been presumed dead for over a decade. Ah Jun was once at the top of the game. But he hated the endless cycle of killing and betrayal. Deep down, he longed for something different, a world like the ones in his beloved comics. So, during a mission, he staged his own accidental death. From that moment on, he hid his true identity and pursued his passion. But even after 10 years of effort, Ah Jun never truly achieved the life he dreamed of. People always say hard work pays off, but that's a lie. When you're poor, no one takes you seriously. Hey, you idiot. I told you to pay up. What, do I have to force you? I'm sorry, I forgot the deadline. Did you even make any money? I'll go and gamble for it. You can't be serious. I hate you so much. At home, Ah Jun was treated worse than a dog. His wife hit and insulted him whenever she wanted. He never dared to cheat, not because he was faithful, but because he had no choice. He had to keep smiling no matter how much it hurt. His daily routine: sending his wife off to work, waking his daughter up for school, and cleaning up after their meals. The leftovers they threw together. That was his food for the day. Yet he kept fighting for his dream. He poured his heart into creating comics, only to be met with brutal rejection. The internet mocked him mercilessly. Some said his art was worse than garbage. Others said his eyes looked like, well, a fart. But among the critics, there was one supporter, a sweet little girl. His daughter had an idea. Why don't you draw your own story? Maybe it'll become a hit. But Ah Jun knew he couldn't. His past was a secret. If it got out, he might not survive. Then came the final blow. His editor called. Your comics are terrible. We're removing them. With that, he lost even his basic salary. Desperate, Ah Jun took a job at a construction site, where he was treated like dirt. If he worked too slow, he was yelled at. But he had to endure it. He had a family to support. He couldn't afford to die like a stray dog. One night, drunk and miserable, he mindlessly sketched his past life as a secret agent. When he woke up, his house was filled with good food, and his wife's attitude had completely changed. You're amazing, she said, beaming with admiration. I didn't know you had such talent. Ah Jun was stunned. Had she lost her mind? That's when he realized. His comic had gone viral. But this was bad. His past was a highly classified secret. If the wrong people found out, it could put him and his family in danger. He rushed to his editor, begging to take it down. I was drunk when I drew it. Please remove it. Instead, the editor laughed. Then you should drink more. Frustrated, Ah Jun went home and accidentally found his daughter's diary. Because of money, Mom is like a wild bear. She yells at Dad every day. I want to grow up fast and make lots of money. Then I'll give it all to Dad. If he has money, maybe Mom will stop yelling at him. Ah Jun's heart ached. For years, he had fought for a dream no one believed in. Now his own daughter wanted to fight for him. And for the first time he realized, maybe, just maybe, he wasn't alone. Ah Jun's family was finally living a happy life. He felt tears welling up in his eyes, his nose running as emotions overwhelmed him. For a brief moment he hesitated. But in the end he made his decision. No matter what, he had to make money first. After all, what could be worse than being poor? With that resolve, he picked up his pen and created a comic based on his own life story. To his surprise, it became more and more popular. His wife praised him, his daughter was proud of him, and for the first time, Ah Jun felt respected in his own home. But his happiness didn't last long. A disturbing trend had emerged. Many secret agents had been mysteriously killed in recent days. Authorities started piecing things together and soon reached a shocking conclusion. The legendary first-ranked agent, believed to be dead for over a decade, was actually alive. Worse, they suspected that he had turned traitor, leaking classified intelligence. Their prime suspect, Jun. As the second-ranked agent, Ah Jun knew the truth. And he knew one thing for sure. Ah Jun was in serious danger. The first target, the chief editor. They broke his arm and forced him to reveal Ah Jun's whereabouts. At that moment, Ah Jun was working at a construction site, carrying bricks like any other laborer. Suddenly, several black cars pulled up. His instincts kicked in. This wasn't good. Without hesitation, he rushed to the restroom, hoping to slip away unnoticed. But it was too late. They had already recognized him. Fight was unavoidable. Ah Jun may have been out of the game for years, but taking down 10 or so enemies, that was still child's play. After all, he had once been a top-tier agent. In the cramped space of a bathroom, he fought like a cornered beast, using everything at his disposal. His old skills hadn't faded yet. After escaping, Ah Jun rushed home, frantically packing his things. He called his wife, telling her to pick up their daughter and leave immediately. They needed to change their names, disappear, and start over. His wife, however, thought he was drunk and rambling nonsense. She scolded him, completely unaware that her husband had once been the most dangerous man in the country. Even if she were told, she wouldn't believe it. With no other choice, Ah Jun fled on his own. But to his dismay, the secret stash of money he had painstakingly saved up over the years wasn't even enough for a taxi ride. Before he could come up with a plan, a series of explosions shattered the windows. His family had no choice, whether they liked it or not, they were now part of the fight. The next afternoon, Ah Jun took down several armed attackers. But then, an unexpected opponent entered the scene, someone strong. It was none other than Ah Jun, the second-ranked agent. The two former comrades, now standing on opposite sides, locked eyes for the first time in years. But before they could even process the moment, Ah Jun suddenly collapsed. From the shadows, the true mastermind revealed himself. Ah Jun was dragged in for interrogation. The leader, towering over him, sneered. "Why did you betray us? Why did you sell out?" Ah Jun, barely conscious, struggled to respond. "Sell out? I was just trying to make a living." The leader wasn't convinced. He landed a vicious kick on Ah Jun's stomach. "Why did you do it?" Ah Jun coughed, wincing in pain. "Do you have any idea what it's like to stand in front of your wife with empty pockets?" The leader frowned but said nothing. Of course he didn't know. He had never even been able to get married. Frustrated, he kicked Ah Jun again. Ah Jun laughed bitterly. "You still don't get it, do you?" The captain had no idea what it was like to have a wife, let alone the struggles of marriage. Just as he was about to question Ah Jun further, a phone rang. It was Ah Jun's wife. Her voice was shaky. She had been kidnapped. "I told you I recorded it. Where did you touch it?" she yelled. Ah Jun hadn't expected the captain to be so cunning. He had hidden his phone in his pocket, but the enemy had still found out. The leader had called. Meanwhile, the kidnappers couldn't believe what they were seeing. Despite being presumed dead, Ah Jun had escaped with his daughter. Honey, don't come near here," his wife screamed through the phone. "Don't come here, you idiot." The kidnappers taunted her, amused by her panic. Ah Jun gritted his teeth. His mind raced. What should I do? This bastard kidnapped my wife over a small amount of money. With no better options, he called Chong Mao. "Save my daughter first," Ah Jun demanded. "She's my child. And your wife?" Chong Mao asked. Ah Jun hesitated. "If necessary. Find another one after she's gone. But at least take care of her." Chong Mao was furious. "I'm a kidnapper, not a babysitter. Show some damn respect for my profession." On the other side, Ah Jun's wife, hearing the conversation, was livid. She unleashed a storm of insults at both of them. While all this was happening, Ah Jun was growing uneasy. He didn't like the leader's ruthless approach, nor did he care much for the government's greed. So, he quietly helped Ah Jun's daughter escape and reunited her with her father. Then, he turned to Ah Jun and demanded answers. "Tell me the truth. Are you a traitor?" Ah Jun was at a loss for words. Overwhelmed, he dropped to his knees. "I was just broke, okay? That's why I ran away so many times." At that moment, his daughter stepped forward. "Do you know how pitiful my father is?" she shouted. "He doesn't even have time to wash his face because he stays up all night drawing comics. And then he gets scolded for not making money. Mom ignores him. My grandparents insult him. He can't even visit grandma's house." Stop. Ah Jun tried to interrupt. But his daughter wasn't done. "And last time, Mom got drunk and told Dad to just die." Ah Jun's wife snapped. "I told you to stop. But it was too late." Ajia and the captain exchanged glances. Ajia nodded. "She has a point." The captain sighed. "Damn it. She's right." With that, the three agents decided to team up. Their first stop, Longtang Talisman School, to gather weapons. Unfortunately, Ajia barely had 500 gold to his name, and he was too weak to even carry the heavy weapons. The captain, being the most practical, selected only the lightest and deadliest gear. Thus, the unlikely team was formed, 3 agents and a little girl. But in their hurry, they forgot one thing, their weapons. Even Ajia, who was supposed to be, again. Chong Mao, still furious, pointed at them both. "You think this is the time to argue about your damn marriage? Go home first, then divorce." As if things couldn't get worse, Chong Mao decided to set fire to the place, burning everyone inside. Just as he was about to light the match, there was a loud knock at the door. The leader had arrived. It didn't matter whose side anyone was on anymore. Ah Jun was now the main target. The moment the doors burst open, bullets flew. At the last second, Ah Jae threw himself in front of Ah Jun, taking a hit for him. "I won't die that easily," he muttered, coughing up blood. Ah Jun's vision blurred. He heard voices screaming at him. "Wake up, you idiot." Under the leader's orders, the captives were beaten to a pulp. Ah Jun lay on the ground, barely conscious. His mind drifted. How did it come to this? He couldn't cure the outsiders, but he couldn't cure you. As a result, the whole army was wiped out. Everyone was taken down by Chong Mao. Ajay was so angry that he vomited blood. He was also very brave. "You son of a bitch. I told you I wasn't a spy. You son of a bitch. Are you talking to me now?" "Yes, it's you, you son of a bitch. Take out your earphones. Take out your earphones, you son of a bitch." "I'm not done yet. I'm still wearing my headphones. Are you crazy? How dare you say that to the chief? Are you out of your mind? Chief, isn't this all because of this son of a bitch?" What do you think? I'm just going to die. I can't just hit him. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Be quiet. Chief, I'm sorry. Be quiet. You son of a bitch. How dare you spit on me? Are you crazy? You son of a bitch. The leader kept talking nonsense. Bunch of useless things. Even Chong Mao couldn't stand it. Chow gave him a punch to shut him up. I didn't expect Ah Jun to get up at this time. He didn't die. Don't forget that he is the first agent of the stick. He has already mastered the magic of the golden steel. In the end, under the leadership of the leader, he had to die. Thank all for this video. Please subscribe me everyone for more videos, like, comment. See you next videos. Thank you.